Good day everyone. Today we will talk about optical art or op art. In this report, we will explain what op art is, how it started, and why it is important. I hope you will enjoy learning about this creative and exciting art style. Objectives: A. To define optical art of art. B. To determine the characteristics in optical art. C. To determine the most distinguished artists in artworks in the optical artwork. Topics: A. Definition of optical artwork or op art. B. Characteristics of optical artwork or op art. C. Distinguished artists in the optical artwork or op art. D. Distinguished artwork in the optical artwork or op art. Introduction. Optical art or op art is a style of visual art that focuses on creating optical illusions through the use of shapes, colors, and patterns. What is op art? Op art started in the 1960s and focuses on tricking the eye to see motions or dip in a flat artwork. Artists use shapes and colors to make them appear alive or moving even though it is still. So here are the characteristics of optical art or op art. So the first one is illusion of movement. Illusion of movement. Op art gives the impression of motion, vibration, or warping even though the artwork is static. So the illusion of movement in optical art makes static image appear to shift or flow, tricking the brain through patterns and contrasts. And the second one is geometric shapes. It often uses precise geometric patterns like lines, grades, circles, and squares. So again, geometric shapes in optical art are used to create precise patterns and structures that enhance visual illusions such as movement dip. Next one is contrast. Strong contrasts as black and white or complementary colors are frequently employed to enhance visual effects. So again, contrast in optical art highlights difference between light and dark or colors, creating sharp visual effects that enhance illusions of movement and dip. Next is repetition and rhythm. Repeating patterns in shapes and rhythmic arrangement create a sense of visual tension or movement. Viewers' interaction. The viewer's perception plays a key role. The artwork seems to change depending on the viewer's position or focus. So repetition and rhythm in optical art involve repeating patterns or shapes to create a sense of movement and visual harmony, enhancing the optical illusion.
Minimalism. Minimalism in op art is employing few forms and colors to keep things simple. For example, an artwork could only contain black and white stripes and no other elements. This allows viewers to focus on the patterns without interruption. Mathematical precision. Mathematical precision indicates that the designs in op art are precisely calculated. For example, a piece could contain a grid of squares that are properly aligned and spaced. This careful preparation gives the artwork a clean and orderly appearance. Visual tricks. Visual tricks of op art use patterns and shapes to confound our sight in amusing ways. For example, a design could feature wavy lines that appear to move or alter when you gaze at them. These tactics produce intriguing optical illusions, adding to the art's appeal. Bridget Riley. Dominance Portfolio Blue 1977 has patterns that look like they are moving when you stare at them for a short time. She is an important artist in op art, known for making designs that create lively effects, like wavy lines or spirals that seem to change. Although she was inspired by George Seurat's use of tiny dots in his paintings, she now carefully plans her art and has helpers paint the final pieces. Victor Busserli was one of the first artists to pioneer op art, and his painting, Zebra, is among the earliest instances of the style. He was first inspired by the artist Cézanne, but eventually adopted the concept of Kandinsky and the Bauhaus movement, which focused on shapes and colors. In the 1960s, he became known for his distinctive checkerboard style, in which square patterns produced eye-catching.
Richard and Squeezy studied under artist Joseph Albers in the 1950s. His work often incorporates reflective geometric patterns, especially noteworthy is his of vibrant neon-like colors. In particular, his work explored the optical change that occur when different high-intensity colors are placed in a close proximity. Joseph Albers, German artist Joseph Albers, immigrated to the U.S. in 1933, where he headed the art of department of the Black Mountain College in North Carolina. Then, the most of the 1950s, he held the art of department of Yale University. His art typically elevates the importance of color over from his famous homage to the square series. For example, he uses a single square shape to explore an array of visual effects created through the use of color alone. As a teacher, his boundless background influenced the works of many of his students, including Richard and Squeezy.
Summary. What is the optical artwork? The word optical is used to describe things that relate to how we see. What are the characteristics of optical artwork? IGCRMMV. Who are the most distinguished artists in the optical artwork? Bridget Riley, Victor Vasarely, Richard Enuskewicz, Joseph Albers, Yakov Agam, Carlos Cruz Diaz.
Conclusion. Optical art stands out as an innovative exploration of the intersection between art and perception. By employing mathematical precision and captivating illusions, this art form continues to inspire and challenge our understanding of visual experience. Its unique ability to engage both the eye and the mind makes it one of the most exciting movements in modern.
Trivia. Do you know the term op art was coined by Time magazine in 1964 to describe art that creates optical illusions? Answer: yes. Time magazine popularized the term to define this unique art style.